This morning on Daybreak, affordable housing is a burning topic in the Friendly City. City Council now evaluating land that could help. Plus, Attorney General Jason Miyares is speaking out against Roanoke College, accusing the school of discrimination on the basis of sex.
Covering news across your hometown, we're working hard for you. This is WHSV Daybreak.
Well, good morning. Today is Tuesday, August 26th. I'm Kayla Brown. Thanks for starting your morning with us. We'll see how Cody's doing over there in the First Alert Weather Center. Now, Cody, I'm no weather whiz like you are, but I know when I walked outside this morning, it was quite cold.
Yeah, it's a little chilly out there. I'll tell you what, really good morning for the jacket to grab the hoodie before you step out the door, because we've got temperatures that are much cooler than just 24 hours ago, and some of these areas have not seen 40s or so since the beginning of spring. Let's take a look here at the 24-hour temperature change, and right now we're a good 10 to say 15 degrees cooler than this time yesterday morning. Charlottesville's only down to 6, but we're at 11 here in Luray, 11 to 12 up and down I-81, and the same idea back into West Virginia as well. So much chillier, a bit of a shock to the system here, if you will, once we get out the door. So you do want, again, that jacket early this morning. Look at this, 49 now in Petersburg. We're at 53 in Waynesboro, Stanley as well, down to the mid-50s. So overall, we are cool out there. But look at your Skycam. That's your UVA Community Credit Union Skycam. Things are pretty dry here at SHD, and we also have no fog issues. That's the other good thing for this morning. Clouds are out of here, so we've got all the clearing here underway on the backside. So not a whole lot to talk about on First Alert Satellite and Radar with high pressure in place. But if you're headed out to the bus stop, you do want the sunglasses and, again, that jacket early this morning. 70s this afternoon. We'll talk more about later on coming up.
Now your First Alert traffic update, sponsored by Rockingham Insurance. Wherever you are, we're here.
Taking a look at the roads this morning, here's a view of I-81 at mile marker 269 southbound in Locust Grove. Up above this at mile marker 270, there is reports of a vehicle fire, so just keep that in mind. We'll try to get a camera on that in the next half hour. Well, affordable housing is a hot topic among Harrisonburg residents. The city now looking to take unused land that it owns and turn it into affordable housing, starting at the intersection of Reservoir Street and Stonewall Drive. Our Ryan Hartnett has more on what this potential sale of unused property means and what it could do to meet local housing objectives.
At the upcoming City Council meeting on Tuesday, August 26th, an adopted resolution about the sale of unused real estate publicly owned by the city of Harrisonburg could move one step closer to becoming a small group of affordable housing options. At the crossroads between Reservoir Street and Stonewall Drive, this small piece of public land owned by the city of Harrisonburg could potentially become multifamily housing units for low to medium income families, depending on whether or not the City Council approves of the sale to the developer, Frank Gordon of the Valley Housing Trust.
The developer in this case is proposed to do up to 5 units of rentals that are going to be income restricted.
What Housing Director of Harrisonburg, Liz Webb, means by income restricted is the 5 housing units on this nearly half acre of land could be occupied by residents that have below 80% of the area median income of Harrisonburg. It's one of 5 pieces of land owned by the city that's up for dispositioning of surplus in hopes of moving one step closer in a long process of turning the unused land into future homes.
So this is just one of the things that we can do as the locality is, identify parcels of land that are not being used, not needed by the city, and find a way to get them back out there.
Now, this does not mean that this plan for housing will happen, as it's primarily focused on the sale of the land from the city to the developer. But if it's approved, there are still plenty of more hurdles and obstacles to navigate in this process. Working hard for you, Ryan Hartnett, WHSV.
Around the Virginias now, an 11-year-old girl died Sunday morning in Henrico after she was hit while trying to cross the road on her bicycle. Police say a young boy on an electric scooter was also crossing the road with Dania Bashir when a car struck her. She was then taken to a hospital where she later died. Police say the kids were not at a crosswalk when crossing, and that neither speed nor alcohol were factors in the accident. Henrico police are now reminding parents the importance of making sure your children are wearing helmets and proper safety gear. Meanwhile, Attorney General Jason Miyares says Roanoke College discriminated against its female athletes on the basis of sex.
To these young women, these remarkable student female athletes, your school has failed you.
Miyares says his Office of Civil Rights found reasonable cause that the college violated the Virginia Human Rights Act and Title IX. This after they told the women's swim team that a biological male was joining their team back in 2023. Some members of the team didn't feel like it was fair and said they were retaliated against when they spoke out, losing opportunities to study abroad.
It's a travesty, an utter travesty that these swimmers, who should have been enjoying their collegiate experiences, instead endured 2 years of hate for just having common sense.
In a statement, the schools deny the quote unsubstantiated allegation that it violated any student's human rights or that it retaliated against them in any way, adding they've cooperated with the Attorney General's office and will continue to do so. Miyares says discussions with the school are still ongoing. And over in the Mountain State, the Trump administration is voicing their support of Governor Patrick Morrisey's executive order regarding vaccine exemptions. In a statement on X, Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy praised Morrisey's leadership to protect, quote, every family's right to make informed health decisions. Morrisey is currently facing a legal battle with the state's Board of Education related to the state's vaccine laws. Well, new on Daybreak, the Broadway Police Department is asking for the community's help supporting their K-9 unit. Meet Officer Diablo, a nearly 5-year-old K-9. He helps with narcotic searches, traffic stops, and community policing events. The department is raising money for Diablo's handler training, an expense that costs about $5,000. They're also looking to purchase a kennel for the training officer's home. Officials say the K-9 doesn't just serve Broadway and Timberville, but the entire county, often assisting deputies on calls.
He does keep us safe. He's out here at night on patrol with the officer, and as you know, we're a corridor here, so we got people coming in from West Virginia. We got people coming in from 81 and 42, so we're kind of the hub of a corridor, which does sometimes lead to issues with traffic stops and narcotics and things of that nature.
The department says even if residents can't donate, they encourage the public to come meet Diablo, I know I'd like to, and show their support. The Broadway Police Department is accepting check donations.
Well, an unprecedented move that could constitute a sharp escalation in President Trump's battle against independent institutions moving from day-to-day politics. Plus, this week marks the 20th anniversary of Hurricane Katrina, 2 decades since the devastating storm made landfall on the U.S. Gulf Coast. Daybreak continues with what's new this morning.